that seem like it's going to work?
Okay.
We've got enough light on it. And then I'm going to move on. I'll just back on over here to the podium at a pretty short time and talk a little bit right.
Okay. Of the charts?
Jim, wonder if it'd be all right for me to start off at the beginning and have a few notes here, just kind of refer to them on what we're reading, and stay out here just a little bit longer before moving back.
It seems so choppy.
Exactly like this. Sort of, you know, talking like this, and then kind of saying, you know, I wanted to be sure to check on that, mention this, and that. Okay, what we read. Okay, carry on. I've never been one. What is it? Slow and light. But it was Friday. But Sunday was coming.
You want to pester Julie and Stephanie?
I won't leave that there forever. Then I will talk about when you are. This is a problem I think now like this, isn't it? Because that's what I get noisy. When you talk about immigration, you have to toss around a lot of numbers, and maybe you better turn it. Talking about immigration, you have to toss around a lot of figures, and I'll be tossing around several tonight. And I'll be hold it right there. Somebody's on it. And I'll take my time in between so you've got time, and then the next one will go out. I'm going to break these out. Go ahead and throw it. I'll try to toss it higher. Then I'll walk back here and get the last one. And I'll do this, but I probably won't take a chance. Hand it over to somebody here. Now, let me ask these people to be sitting in the seat, and I'll say one at a time. I'll say, hold that yellow one up, if you will, and I'll talk about it while they're holding it up. I'll say, okay, just leave that one up, and you with the red one.
I'm shooting through the glass check.
I think it is. I think it seems to be.
When I'm talking about these,
So it's still breaking up here?
the colors, so that they'll know the trainer which one. That I'll make that clear. I'll say you compare it with. That's right. Many times when you want a wider shot. You got everybody got your fixed. I will be talking about them right here. When I finish that, States. Now, what the U.S. Census Bureau tells us what has actually happened in the last 30 years. This shows what our births over deaths have equaled among Americans that were here in 1970. But what actually happened was this. Total population rose at this rate because we know how much the 1970 base population has grown, the green. We know the difference between the actual population and that population is this red, which represents all the immigrants who have come since 1970, plus their descendants, minus the deaths in both groups. Now, as you can see here, this is double the population since 1970. It means that we have had to accommodate more population growth in these 25 years than we otherwise would have forever. We would have never grown as much as we already have. So I'll be motioning this now. So what immigration policy has done since 1970 is it has doubled the population growth over what we otherwise would have had. It's meant that for every school that we had to build to accommodate our own growth, we had to build a second school. For every mile of highway we had to build extra, we had to build 2 miles. For every bit of infrastructure that was required for our own population growth, is that enough?
He says that's fine.
Okay. Carry on. You want me to just run through it?
No, but when you flip up,
Yeah.
we just want to see in the camera.
And then we're going to go back, or?
I think it might be.
I'm getting ready to do that. Okay? So the Census Bureau tells us what's going to happen if fertility remains. And I won't be talking much during this part because usually I just let people look and contemplate. As you can see, the numbers go off the charts. I need something to prop. Oh, this is it. Under current immigration policy, this is the America that Congress is willing to our children and our grandchildren. This is the America that they will live in. It's not conjecture. It's the actual mathematical fact of where we're going. And of course, the question that I'll just go. I'll only go as long as he wants me to do this. But the question is, if we cannot clean up our streams and rivers, cameras. That's why, for the most part, then they would really like for me to talk from over here as much as possible.
That's the way it looks.
Okay. I'll try to. And when I'm talking over here, I guess I need way over here with the potted plant. Okay. For the most part.
Do we need to move that plant from? Would that help kind of keep you turned?
Do what?
We can move this plant. That's a problem.
No, actually, it probably helps me know I'm at the right place.
All right.
Okay.
All right. How are we doing, Chad?
What happens after this? Are you ready?
Keep going.
Okay. charts or him? Like, I mean, so like in that way, when he stepped out, should I have gone with him or should I stay with the charts?
I will pull this white ribbon out of my pocket. And there's lots of moving around. Grab a couple pieces of tape. Since I took a piece of tape, it had on this probably, it wouldn't be uncycled with it. Okay, that's what I'll do. And I will be describing what Congress was considering doing recently. In 1996, I won't say recently, people may be watching this a year from now. And I will do this. Okay. That's all, okay? Right. Back over here. I will, at that point, really slow things down and take some questions. To make, I'll be back out here, and I'm going to be, now, that's where, at that point, that's where we'll ask people to take the mics. And somebody, the thing is, I may, because I'm probably going to take questions from the seat earlier, it's going to be important for somebody to maybe speak up to me. I mean, this is kind of informal. So somebody just needs, you're going to be in here. If I start to take questions, the first person starts to do it, remind me to tell them to go to the mics. I mean, just remind the mics. Then I'll do it in the mics. So I will take some questions, and we'll kind of see how it.
Just want to.
We'll deal with it.
That's good. That's good.
Go to the other one.
Okay, and if someone is over there, Don, could you? No, you stay on your camera. Kyle, do you have enough rope to get over, or enough wire to get over there to the other microphone?
Somebody's story.
Okay, and camera.
Usually when I do this presentation, I pull a chair up. It's dramatic. So I think
Yeah,
I'm
Don, get him on that shot if you would.
going to go back. So,
Yes.
are they listening to me?
We're
No.
figuring out the mic shots here.
We'll do it again in just a second. Okay, Kyle, go ahead and ask questions.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay,
With the-
this is not particularly an immigration question, but you do the charts regularly, and that's a secure method. With
I
the,
like
the
camera
post
one
network?
too.
Okay. He's been asked that question before.
That's really bright right there on Kyle, Don. Work with one of those lights and try
Testing,
to turn
1,
it
2.
away from it a little bit.
Chad,
U.S. population.
Brady, I'm in my
growth
really
since
intelligent
70
mode now.
Is zero net immigration, immigrants and descendants, growth
That's
from
better.
descendants
That's a little better. A little more.
of 1970 U.S. residents at zero net.
Sounds all right.
Yep. Okay, good.
Do it and let's pull the mics
That's
up
good.
just a little bit. Because he was way
That light won't be coming in through the back window there.
really good to get up on it. I want to go out there and
Yeah,
run
that
the
helps.
mic, and we might get it.
Carry on.
So, at the point that, without letting this thing run on too long, and watching my time and sensing how the questions are going, I will then move to the final thing, which will be the gumball sequence. I'll come back here and I will reach down here. I will
Just
say
have to get ready
that
for the close up on this, and then cameras 1 and 2. You'll
to have a
yeah.
sense of
And
why
action.
immigration is not an effective international humanitarian gesture, I like to use the symbol of these gumballs. Now this one gumball right here,
Can you hold that shot?
who's going to get this? Is that a straight ahead?
That's a good
That's
shot.
a good shot. We got it.
I like that. That's a real
Camera,
good shot.
Stephanie, camera.
Good
Good
3.
shot. We've had this.
Far this one over.
Okay.
Oh, look at that camera.
Is that okay? Is this
Perfect.
Is this good?
Yeah.
I'm just going to lean right here and just hold it steady. Okay. And so I'll talk about this gumball, and then I will make a comment, that each year we feel like we're rescuing 1
Get ready
million
for the
people,
close-up there.
bringing them into the U.S.
Is that cool or what? Is that good
And
or
I'll talk
what?
about this a little bit and
Great audio.
It's good, real good.
distract. That's right. And I probably will sit it down, something like that.
You can hold that shot there, Steph, on
Work.
that, and then camera one, you can come in a little tighter.
I would
Keep going,
jiggle it a
keep
little
going.
more if you can.
Go ahead, okay. Then I will say, the question, I'll have talked about Mexico. The question is how many people in the world are deserving of our compassionate concern? How many people in the world,
Yeah.
for instance, are more
Send them some
impoverished than the
sandwiches.
average citizen of Mexico?
Cigars.
And I've done the math. People in the
You
world
can get a two-shot of those
are
two
more impoverished
drops
than
there,
people
Steph.
of Mexico. There are 4,600
I'm gonna
gumballs
guess the microphone.
in here.
Are
That's
there really
4.6
4,000?
billion
This guy
Just
who
the jar
that we
stuff.
will help
handled those
these
at
people
A.
One in the-
I
by
didn't eat them, I
rescuing
just stole them.
one of these spheres. The question is, how much did we help these people? If these are the people, and so I'll be
The last round, you want that?
and I may set this down, and I
Yeah.
often, depending on what happens, I safety valve
We need to
for
get
these
someone to get some
people.
food if we're not
Is
gonna
it
break.
possible that
Yeah, we're gonna break.
if we don't take $1 million a year, that these people
The
will
next thing he's gonna do is
explode?
gonna start pouring more into that thing. so
Rescue
you can
these
move
people
to
from
the
the,
top
the
or to a
turmoil
wider shot stuff.
and the disintegration of their societies. The problem is that $1 million doesn't even come close to being enough. And these people
You go to
burst
the,
over
go
gas
to the top
at
of that jar there, when he pours that in.
80 million more people.
No.
Having to,
Jar.
okay, and I'll hold this up and
That's the shot.
pour
right
them
there,
in
Steph.
somewhat slowly like this.
Yeah.
Then I'll say this year, we'll take $1 million. And they'll
From out
so
from
this one,
behind that jar.
about 2/3 of these are going to go clamoring all over the
If he pours
the
from another
podium
direction.
and all
So-
over the floor here. Lots of rattle and
I don't think it's too bad they have him looking right at it though.
Okay.
Because you're looking at the gumballs anyways, and that's the important thing. That action.
We're set.
Just stay on the.
Camera one will be coming to you when they start hitting the ground and roll around. Just a little, yeah.
somebody will
Exactly.
be catching it
Yep.
down here too. So we can
All right,
catch it
on to
bounce
the next
when it happens.
thing. Yeah.
On to the next thing.
One question.
Um,
When they overflow, what kind of shot they can take so I can cover the value?
I'm gonna go to camera two. Will be there when they start to overflow, and then out to camera one, which is the wide shot as they roll around the floor.
Okay.
All right.
You ready? Okay. I should mention one thing. When the very first time that I get up, that I hold before any of this stuff is up here, and I have this, I'm probably going to walk over here. I forgot that because I'll say this looks like it's a very little ball, but we have to remember that this 1 million people is driving. That's right. I need it. We have to remember that this 1 million people is driving every bit of this red. So that will be at the very beginning of the gumball routine. I will come over here and do this. And then I'll come back. Okay. So after I've dropped the gumballs all over the floor, then
If he moonwalks.
I will have some final comments where I will probably grab my Linus blanket and hold it, talk, pat,
Full footage.
gesticulate,
Show the trailer and then show the final
admonish,
finished production.
and then say goodnight.
I'm making it up.
The making of the movie. The movie that walked away with
Is that all
short
right?
feature.
Okay. I can just be as natural, so don't worry about it. Okay, good. And then it'll be time for the, and now,
Oh, now
now
you
what
are.
everybody's waiting for, the movie model.
That's enough. Stay in the shot, Shannon.
All right, that it? That's it. Okay, have Adam go ahead and take all the mics off of Roy and camera people. Let me. Do you
Do
have
mine.
any questions for me? When he comes down, what's going to be happening there? He's going to be being introduced by Jim Robb at that time, and he'll be the only one mic'd. And so we're going to edit this in later. So the first comments he makes anyway probably won't make it in the final version. We will tape it, so it's not crucial that we'll probably have a wide shot from Kristen following him in, and as soon as you can, camera two, you're going to pick him up. But it's not like a big thing.
Nice to go over house sound.
how stupid looking.
Okay. Right. Oh yeah, and we got all that wires and stuff. Okay. Tell you what, Julie, we'll just try and get you to get a wide shot and follow him all the way down. And just zoom with him. And Kristen, don't worry about it. We'll get you once he's up on stage.
Chad. Are we using a mic for him for the intro?
You could probably step up to the microphone that's down on the floor there where they're gonna ask questions. Oh no, we won't. We won't. No, you just have to speak up.
You just want to use house sound? You want to use house sound with the, there's a mic, is there a microphone at that stand where the gumballs is? So you just want me to talk to the audience
Yeah.
with my voice? I'm
Yes.
capable of that.
Yeah. No.
Is Bob around?
Tell who's running 3. They need to when they're doing that shot of the charts, don't try to get his feet. Get the bottom of the shot to be framed with the bottom of the chart, and then
Yeah.
go all the way to the top. That should be the chart should frame the shot.
Yeah, I'll have to, before I cut to everyone, I'll have to like say tilt up or pan left, because the problem is their monitors that they're looking at,
Oh,
we
they don't.
see a little bit different than what they see there. So they thought they had a perfect shot, and so we have to tell them.
So thank you.
Okay, camera people, you can lock your cameras down and cap them, and we'll take off for our dinner break. And sorry about being about 10 minutes late, but we'll be back here by 6:45, 6:50 if you would please, and we'll get going about 7:15.
Fail not.
Yep.
Unlike most
At the
broadcasts.
podium. Oh, over at the. Okay.
Adam, are you there?
I still think we have an angle problem with some of the. He's got kind of like 2 sets. One looks good and one. You know when he was backing, trying to show the gimbal. It's just like it's all driven by this.
Adam, are you there?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Let's check the batteries on the Sony wireless and on the other one.
Done it. I know.
Okay.
And I think
Do we need to replace
for
any of them?
safety, I think we ought to buy new batteries right now.
Do
Okay.
some sliders real quick, Dave. Okay, look at your fingers. Then you can look up.
In some ways, they